DC here, hi guys and gals. Well, hope you're well. It is Sunday morning, and for once I decided I'll make a quick Sunday morning coffee vlog. I haven't done that in a long time. Because usually on Sunday morning, well, actually, I've done the same. I do my Bible readings and then my Spanish, and I read actually a certain number of chapters also as well in a Spanish book every morning just to keep it up. You know, like as you all know by now, I'm trying to learn and doing my best. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you're all well. I didn't know really what I come and chat about, with this week's collective meltdown of certain people. I didn't know, what to talk about without being afraid of offending people. So I decided I won't talk about anything of that type because, people are ultra sensitive these days. I'm looking down actually because I placed my camera a little bit too low, but it's just going to stay like that. I'm not going to move it around. Yeah. Anyway, so we had a rather interesting week in a way, but I can't get into all the details. But last week already, we did have, let's say, issues with some friends that had, I was going to say, psychiatric breakdown. We'll just kind of leave it at that for the moment. And so we had, the person was here and his family and trying to discuss things while the person was going through basically, I was going to say, delusional situation, and to keep it calm and stuff like that. I don't know if you've ever had situations like that with people that you know. Some of you I know have, but it's not easy. It's not easy because you got to try and keep a kind of I was going to say a kind of authority, and at the same time not disrespect for the different parties, and to keep a kind of discussion going, to bring somehow the person's altered worldview back into space. And it's not always easy, and actually it's not even possible at times without the right medication or the right psychotherapy. So yeah, so we had a rather complicated weekend last weekend, and it flowed into a little bit into this week. So there's things like that, that happen in many people's lives, and things like that happen into our lives via our friends and so on, and you have to live with it. There's certain aspects, like I say, of relationships, in be it friendship or so on, where you do take the better and the worse and live with it. And that's probably something the world hasn't realized now, that nothing is as you want. And pseudo tolerance won't help. No. Anyway. Yeah, so also this week we had a big thing as well. Once again, I won't get into 100% of the details, but we've been working on kind of the succession plans already for the house and so on with the kids before we are actually too old. Before we're too old and not able to really take care of those things. So I mean, we've been to No Trees this week, to the No Tree this week, and so on, where we've passed the house on to the boys, but by maintaining a right to live in it until death does us part. And so it's a system that's done quite a bit here in Switzerland, because, well, for one thing, it's good for the financial side of the children, because the inheritance laws, the way they're made over here anyway. Like I said, I won't get into the total details. But so we continue to basically manage the house in the same way, fiscally and so on. But the house is like registered to the names of the boys. So it's kind of actually, when you look at it, it's a win-win situation for both. But it's a big psychological move. I mean, all of a sudden you're in your house, but you're not in your house. There's something like that. I don't think that I would suggest it to families that have a lot of conflict. It might be complicated. Also, it's easier if you don't have all that many kids. Believe it or not, I mean, when we bought the house here, there were 9 children in that type of situation. And when the mom died, the house, they all had places to live, so none of them wanted the house. But we bought the house from the 9 children because the 9 children were communal owners. It's again, it's not like it's not as simple as saying there was 9 owners. There was like one owner with 9 members in the community, and that's the way it works out. It's also, like I say, part of the financial and fiscal things that are necessary to pass on the house and not end up paying fees and stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a big week. Been a big week for a lot of things, actually. And so I'm looking forward actually to the future. I know a lot of people are like I say, going into meltdowns. I'm not, actually. I think that I think the world probably there's not like we're going to be able to. Us human beings are not usually very good at solving things. And definitely I think that we need higher power, so that my worldview. So again, I will not get into complete preachy mode, but I don't think actually that things happen by. I really don't think things happen by chance, but they're really hard to understand at times why things happen and how come things happen in the way they do, and so on. And very often, one learns through pain and challenges and so on. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my Spanish. Yeah, go and read a little bit on. I'm reading a comedy book actually in Spanish right now, so it's kind of funny and amusing and learning new words. Okay, but that's it. That'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and hope you have a good Sunday.